This man won multiple La Liga titles, even though he used to work in a coal mine and grew up dirt poor. How could someone go from working in a coal mine for hours at a time and even nearly giving up playing football altogether to becoming the most expensive transfer in Premier League history at over 100 million euros? See, Di Maria was born in Rosario in Argentina. His dad was an ex-footballer who had to give up his dream due to an insane career-ending injury, while his mother was a housewife who cared for Angel and his sisters. Di Maria was an extremely active child, so his parents decided to let him play football since he was 3. Even doctors agreed that the kid needed to let off some steam, and sports were the ideal distraction. But there was a problem. His dad's salary wasn't enough to support the family. Angel decided to put his football dreams to the side and came to the rescue. This man used to spend hours working in coal yards and mines during the day for minimum wage, while also training in the evening. Talk about dedication. Despite not having a stable job, his mother played an important role in his family life. She supported Angel in pursuing his football dreams and made sure that he always had enough to eat and football shoes to shine on the pitch. See, Angel was so talented that he actually received his first contract at just 4 years old. You wouldn't believe this trade though. These guys really decided to trade this insanely talented kid for 35 footballs? Yup, Rosario Central scouted the little guy and signed him to their team, stealing him from his local club Torito in exchange for 35 footballs. This trade, though, would be life-changing for Di Maria's career. Rosario Central was a top-level team from Argentina's first division. Here, Di Maria would receive everything he needs to achieve his full potential. Back in 2007, Di Maria's skills were put to the test.
Nieco zdradliwy, uwaga, bo teraz może być 2-0. Angel Di Maria, Di Maria! To jest...
Di Maria!
Anche Milan Pochon, Di Maria, Messi.
Ora para Lautaro, Martínez. Y le toca para Angel, Di Maria. Buena combinación de
Back at the U20 World Cup, his talent was put on display at an international level, and Di Maria put on an effing show. This young star scored 3 goals and carried his team to the championship. His dominance resonated through Europe and South America as Boca Juniors, Argentina's top team, tried to snatch him away from Rosario Central. Arsenal also pushed for a transfer, reportedly wanting to pay over £6 million, but this deal fell through due to England's strict laws regarding out-of-country players. Finally, in July of 2007, Benfica won the bidding war by paying over $6.5 million for this young superstar winger. But now it was time for Angel Di Maria to prove his talent and show the world that he could compete against other high-level players. But there was one big thing that Di Maria had to do first. Before his first game, he called up his parents. He told them one simple thing: you can stop working now. With his new salary, he bought his family a house and supported them financially with anything they needed. See, money at a young age can usually lead to some dumb decisions. But Angel made sure that this new money didn't stop him from working hard at performing at the highest level possible. In 3 seasons with Benfica, he won 1 championship and 2 national cups before capping his time in Portugal with his first hat-trick ever in February 2010. Then came Di Maria's biggest move yet. In 2013, Real Madrid tossed this young superstar 25 million euros with another 10 mil in incentives. Looks like Di Maria's sacrifices and hard work had finally started to pay off. In his first season with Madrid, Di Maria was immediately of gold value. This guy, who asked for over 35 million in salary at barely 22 years old, proved that he was worth every penny.
Si alza di testa Frattesi, poi la mette giù, attenzione quadrato, finte contro finte dell'11 per Alexandro al traversone in mezzo, attenzione con Di Maria! Ha segnato il Fideo, ha segnato la Juventus, 1-0!
Primero llamé a mi mujer y a mis hijas para hablar con ellas y estaban...
Assisting on the only goal in the Copa del Rey final in 2010 against their arch rivals FC Barcelona. This was only the beginning of Di Maria's phenomenal impact. He helped El Blancos win 3 Copa del Reys, a championship, and the biggest one of them all, a Champions League title. See, of course, there were transfer rumors for this high-impact player every year, but there was only one team willing enough to cough up the money he was worth, and that team was Manchester United. Back in 2014, they tossed Di Maria the most expensive incoming transfer in the Premier League, as they spent £60 million to acquire the flashy Argentinian. But things were about to get real bad. Despite all the bells and whistles when Di Maria joined United, there was not much of this enthusiasm left by the end of the season. Di Maria disappointed massively. This man was even voted worst transfer of the season. Now, it was clear that the marriage between United and Di Maria was not working out, so the big ballers PSG snatched this vet away from United for only $44 million, as they saw a big role for him in their new super team. Di Maria found his groove back at PSG. His 18 assists were the most ever in League One and essential to setting up the domestic quadruple success of PSG. In the next few years, Di Maria and PSG continued their domestic success, but despite spending crazy from the team, they never managed to get over the hump in Europe. Their best shot came in 2019 when Di Maria was key in beating Leipzig in the Champions League semi-final, but PSG choked in the final against Bayern.
Rafa Silva, pode ver a Di Maria, o que faz Di Maria, a finta vai para o golo! Espetacular Di Maria! 1-0 para o Benfica.
See, Di Maria's time in Paris wasn't all smooth sailing. It was all going good until one day something absolutely crazy happened. See, during the game against Nantes, Di Maria got a phone call. His house had been robbed and his family was still inside. Di Maria rushed off the court and rushed home. Thankfully, no one got injured in this accident, but this incident really messed him up. Di Maria became a record-breaking player at PSG, grabbing PSG's all-time assist record and ending up third in assists in the Champions League behind the two GOATs, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, before leaving the club in the summer of 2022. Joining Juventus in the process, the veteran is entering the final stages in his career, but he can show us what he still has left in the tank in Serie A. From rags to riches, the crazy story of Angel Di Maria, starting from the bottom, but becoming the most expensive player ever, and on the way, even becoming a national hero by scoring the winning goal in the Copa America in 2021. This was the story of Angel Di Maria.